Hello chickies, welcome to the Fully Booked Penguin channel. I am Hannah and today I'm doing a little book haul from my girls' weekend. Actually, a couple of these books I got before the girls' weekend, but most of these I acquired while I was away. Me and my mom and a friend of mine, we went to a place, we chillaxed. Most of the time we did go shopping one day and I bought one book, so it's in the pile. But otherwise we just snacked, we napped when we wanted to, and played games, read some books. It was great fun, very relaxing. Perfect for what I wanted to do with my birthday weekend. So half these books were a gift from my friend, so big thank you to her. She also provided the snacks, and obviously there were too many snacks, but we did come home with half and she took half, so it was like a happy alternative. And now I can bludge at home and snack for the next week. But we had a lovely spot, I saw some sunrises, and it was perfect. And so now I'm back to reality, and I now have tons of books to go on my pretty much already full TBR tray. So the tray is overflowing at this point in time. So that means I must read more books. That's the only solution. So let us go through the pile. I'll start off with the book I borrowed from my friend. This is going to go back to her. I recently watched the Project Hail Mary film and I loved it. It was right in the unique film cinematic universe that I enjoy watching. I was looking at the book and deciding if I wanted to read it. And my friend had the book, so I'm borrowing it from her before making a purchase if I like it. So here is the copy I have borrowed. It is 476 pages, and so this is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This is a sci-fi. There's meant to be a bit of humor in this, a few different scientific conversations being had, the battle between right and wrong. I hear they did change a few things from the book to the movie, so we'll see if I like the movie more than the book. I think because I love the movie so much that if they have more terrifying aspects in the book, which I am suspecting that there are more terrifying details, I might not like the book as much, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So yes, that is one book on the TBR that I borrowed. And then we'll get to the ones I got before the weekend. The books I got in around my birthday, but not for the weekend, was The Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon by Beth Brower. And this is volume 1. This is meant to be like a historical diary entries, kind of fiction-y journaling. I think it's meant to be slightly humorous as well, this one. I am going in pretty blind, really. I know a lot of the girlies love this one. I like ridiculousness to a certain extent. I like quirky, not foolish. So we'll see what this one is like. It's super skinny, this one. So I've got the first one, can collect more if I like it, and can easily put it in a free library if I don't. So. Then I got in the much anticipated 6th volume of A Stepmother's Mansion. And the story is by Spice and Kitty, and the illustrations are by Orca. And so this is a fantasy, historical, political intrigue, kind of manhwa. So a Korean graphic novel. It is for upper YA / mature audiences, this one. Because it has a lot of dark intrigue and happenings. So just to keep in mind. I read through all the rest and have been waiting on this one. So now I just have to be careful not to eat it too quickly. Because no more are on the horizon. They cannot be pre-ordered, so I'm at a loss after this one. But yes, that is the other book I got in. I am so looking forward to reading this one. Next was pretty exciting. I got it in the mail just as we were leaving for the weekend, so I decided to take it with me. And that is this chunky thing. Let me take it out of the very reflective box. So I have volume 1 of Plave, The Children of Astrum, and then volume 2 of Plave, Children of Astrum. This is the lore and behind the scenes of Plave, which is a Korean virtual boy band. And I love their music, and I love their little interactions and their humor. So I decided I would splurge on the lore. It is all in Korean, but I will learn. I am dedicated to learning it. I can read it, I just can't understand it. if that makes sense. So I've got the learn of the characters down pat. Now I just have to learn the actual meaning of and grammar. So I will get on that so that I can read these. But they are so pretty. The interior tells you different things about the city. On the channel, I actually have law study for the first couple of MVs, music videos. So this will help with my law shenanigans. It's been a while since I did the other one. I've been a little busy. I am excited to explore these with mindfulness and studious eyes. So that is that one. That big chunky one that I got. And now onto the gifts that I received. So the first one I unwrapped was To Bind Fire by D.E. Carson, and it is book 1 of the Empire of Ash and Song series. This is a fantasy, and I assume there's a bit of romance in it. Don't quote me. I do like to go blindly into books, so a lot of these I don't know much about. Iris is a frightened girl thrust into a foreign world by her own terrible mistake. And Bason is Crown Prince of the Fire Empire, who would rather tinker than assume the throne. Fair. Fair. Both are fated to save the world. Sounds like a kingdom fantasy. And I assume there's dragons, because there are dragons on the book, and they do have magic. Elemental magic, by the sounds of things. I also got The Rooted and the Winged by Samantha Curran. And it looks like fae elf things going on. So fantasy. For the forest to survive, we must unite. There are going to be fairy names here, and I am not good at pronunciation, so it is whatever I pronounce it as, until otherwise proven wrong. Fafnir is a fairy with immortal blood in his veins. Blood he revoked the ancient law to protect. Now hungry for eternal life, fairies are choosing immortality over duty. Too many. Without their tether to the fae, the dryads are dying, and the sanctuary of their forest is fading. So it's a very nature-based fantasy. But they do have illustrations inside, which is good fun. Little additions to set the scene. There is a map. They have a glossary thing at the back. That's scary. The next book my friend gave me is by Libby Page, and it is This Book Made Me Think of You. And this is a contemporary fiction romance. I believe it's a very book lovers, bookish read. It's got no blurb on the back. All it says is, the right book in the hands of the right person at exactly the right moment can change their life forever. Then it just has recommendations, so you have no idea what it's about. I believe it's sectioned off into different months as well as you go through, as it tells the story. So that's pretty interesting. Again, going in blind, but I am intrigued to give it a read. And then we have The Life Experiment by Jess Kitching. And this is a contemporary fiction, maybe with a bit of romance. I'm not sure, but its main thing is contemporary fiction. Would you join an experiment that predicts when you will die? When OPM Discoveries puts out an ad seeking participants for the Life Experiment, a study that claims to help people searching for meaning, Layla and Angus are among those who apply. Little do they know they're about to be told when they will die. Oh my. Layla the workaholic. And then there's Angus, who comes from a rich family and has, failed to meet expectations of said family. Looks like it's also dual POV. So I do want to try and get into a bit more women's fiction kind of thing. So this will be a start in that direction. So that one also goes on the list. And then one day we went book shopping. And so I picked up a singular book. I was looking at Theo of Golden, but I put it back on the shelf. And I decided to get How to Defeat a Demon King in the 10 Easy Steps. And this is by Andrew Rowe. And again, this is a fantasy, but I believe it's inspired by The Legend of Zelda, which is a gaming franchise from Nintendo. It looks very easy to read. And here is the little blurb. For thousands of years, there has been a cycle. A demon king rises and conquers, and a hero is born 100 years later to defeat him. I'm gonna call her Yui, but Yui doesn't want to wait 100 years. She's living it right now. It has been 23 years. The Demon King is coming through, and she's like, I don't want to wait for the hero. I'm gonna be the hero. And thus she devises a 10-step plan to defeat the Demon King. It does seem to incorporate some lit RPG features as well. And so I also picked up that one. So that's our little stack of bookies that I have now on my TBR and now must read. It's a substantial little pile, and I am excited to read them. With this on the list to read, as well as study for. It takes study to read that one. I had a lovely little weekend, so I thought I'd share with you my little haul. And next up should be a TBR video. Maybe these books will make it onto the TBR. Who knows? We will find out next week. But until then, I wish you happy reading. Until next time. Peace!
TBR 끝.